Tasty Minstrel here, and we got Daniel who's going to show us Guilds of London.
Hello, I'm Daniel with TMG, and I'm going to talk to you about Guilds of London. Guilds of London is a game about medieval Europe. It's the city of London, and there is power to be grabbed. Now, some power comes through politics, and other power comes through means that aren't as direct. Guilds of London is about such power and gaining it as any way that we can. We're going to have all these different guilds that we would like to establish throughout the city of London to be able to increase our influence and increase our power as the city grows and thrives. Some of these guilds are actual real guilds that were part of this movement in London. We have the Apothecaries, the Master Mariners, and the Paviors. I apologize if I killed the pronunciation of that. But these are real guilds that really were founded and still exist in London to this day. So we're going to be establishing these real guilds and many other imaginary ones, and we're going to be doing so with these multi-use cards. All the cards in the game can be used as coins through discarding them. We can then use them to place liverymen down in the different guilds and try to increase our influence by playing them on the same colors. These guilds have costs, and as long as we play a card that matches, we can put our liverymen down on there, and we're trying to reach this threshold and have majority. When we have majority, we're going to be scoring the points here and gaining the benefits of the guild. And then we have secondary places if you're the second majority, and those are going to be randomly determined each game. There are times where the second place might be more desirable to you than the first place due to the random nature of placing those second place rewards on there. We're also going to be able to have on these cards different special abilities that have costs. Sometimes those costs are going to be money, and it's going to cost you another card to be able to play another card down. Sometimes they're going to be liverymen, and you're going to need to move them around or sacrifice them in different ways. All of these things you're doing and weighing as you're trying to gain and add influence in different areas. You can gain neutral liverymen that you can, when a guild is being resolved, they come in and they're kind of like behind the curtains. They're going to come in and they're going to knock your influence down of the opponents and put you in the place that you want to be at. So it can be a very cutthroat game. Sometimes people like to hoard these neutral liverymen in a way that allows others to not exert influence over them in a surprise way. So they'll just hoard them down, and that's another way to play and win. It's a very defensive way, and there's just a lot of ways to approach this game, a lot of ways to approach the cards. The more cards you use, the less you draw. There are turns where you're not going to use any, and you're going to just draw up and increase your options for just really big power turns in the Guilds of London. These power turns, when properly timed, are going to allow you to gain the most influence and become the most powerful person in London, but indirectly because you're not wearing the crown.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.